And that's how we get DMCA'd. Hello everybody, happy Sunday. Turn this down a smidge. Hope everyone's having a great marathon. Feed the Kids has been wonderful this year. I am LRock617, and this will be my attempt to feed the, well, teenagers or kids. Teenagers like pizza, right? I'll make sure they get fed. We originally had an idea set in place to do a character bid war between 3 of the characters, but a couple of time constraints later means we're just going to be keeping it to the classic actual speedrun of Flame Donatello because he's by far the fastest character. So, again, hope you're all having a good Sunday. Let's go ahead and fire our credit in. This will be the 2-player version from Oceania. I'm going to go ahead and select Dawn. Time starts in first cutscene. Thanks for good luck, everybody. Okay, so we're going to wander in, kill foot soldiers, set this one up here. Okay, guess I'll drop that. Hit that one. So TMNT Arcade at its core is pretty simple. Oh yeah, despawn that guy. Nice. Walk right, hit stuff. However, when you try to incorporate the philosophy of going fast, things do get a bit trickier. Enemy behavior in this game is incredibly random. It's nearly impossible to predict what enemies are going to do in any given situation. And you're always forced to adapt, usually on the fly. Get that guy out of the way. Nice double kill. Okay, with Rocksteady popping out, we got a quick kill in place. Let's see if we can pull it off. Good old Toidles. Nice. I don't normally get the side switch, so that requires a bit more adaptation, but we got there. It's all about where you land. Okay, moving on. Hit this for a free kill. So this stage is one of the most important in the game. For best possible speed output, we have to go essentially as fast as the game doesn't want us to go. I know that sounds like a harebrained concept. Go fast to go fast. What do you mean? I'll explain. some older arcade games have what's called an internal rank system. It's a difficulty setting it's essentially dynamic based on the player's performance. And for every 2 minutes you don't take a death, this game's rank goes up. Actually, I do have to kill that guy. Ignore the pizza for now. And here we have the big skip. This is, I believe, been retconned to be called Bushido skip. Should be mashing to the bottom left. Scale the wall. Oh, I was trying to hit that. That's okay, though. Okay, so for Bebop here, we have the screen a little bit misaligned, which can be kind of tricky at times. But thankfully, 5 cycles later, and he's down. And we're going to jump in a hole that doesn't exist. We'll have pizza soon enough. Oh, that was a nice setup for that triple kill. Real happy about that. Those dudes wanted to do something I did not appreciate. Okay, move on here a little bit. Sewer's a little bit tricky for speed optimization. Thankfully, we're doing really good on rank because we have a very robust count of enemies. By that, I mean it's robust isn't good for us, not so much plentiful. Now we get pizza. Triple kill to go with it. Okay, so let these mousers pop out, clip them as we see them. This one's a little weird. There's a way that you can essentially, I don't know if it's like a play well enough kind of thing or if it's just spacing, but you can definitely reach the wall before those knife guys spawn. I just haven't been able to do it consistently. I'm not quite sure how it works, but I'm still working out the kinks of that. Check out those guys. Over here to the magic pixel. Hope this is magic. Okay, we're good. Lofty kick for the finish, or not. Mistimed that a little bit. If you do the sideways jump kick there with proper timing, it moves you all the way to the left and it despawns you faster, which is good for speed. Okay, onto the garage. Another very important stage. Yo, that triple kill was clean. Go away, please. Okay, so we're actually going to take this hit. Our goal in this room is that we actually do have to take a death. Again, for rank purposes. Being at 3 health is good. Have a little bit more enemies that I'd like to deal with. That's gross. That's fine. They put me in a situation I didn't want to be in, but thankfully with iframes I'll be able to take care of this like this. Burn down those goons. If you're on top pixel there, you can always cleave the guy as it starts. Small little pro tip there. Okay. You moved right. Good for you. Alright, on to the hardest boss fight. Easy. If you don't get that quick kill, that fight actually is really hard. Lots of good vertical spacing goes into that, but we managed to pull it off. Good stuff. Always fun to see. Okay, so I've been doing some work on the highway stage to try... I did not want that to happen. Try to get things a bit more optimized in terms of speed. These guys are all about some flanking right now, and I don't appreciate that. What you'll see me do sometimes is I'll just kind of just do that little tap on a guy to make sure he takes the hit. Then I go in for the kill, because I want to make sure they're in place. This is especially the case if I have to fight more than one enemy at a time. Let that guy get run down. Cleave those guys at the same time. Don't appreciate that. As mentioned, random enemy behavior does lead them to have really inconsistent defense. Sometimes they just frame perfect spot dodge you, and other times they just don't seem to care. Feed the kids. A bunch of rundowns there. Usually used to getting 4 or 5, but we missed 2 there. That's fine. Also, shout out to the little car graphic on the left side. Nice little glitch there. Do a quick ride the tire. Okay, that'll move us onto our skateboard stage. Top pixel, safe for machine gun fire. How much older is April? In this continuity, she's 12 years older than them. They're 15, she's 27, 28. She's a grown woman. who prefers to wear yellow jumpsuits, and we love her for it. Okay, so here's where this stage gets kind of weird. It's obviously an auto-scroller. There can be a max of 4 enemies on the screen at a time. What we want are 4 optimized ground enemies to make sure that we're not getting anything we don't want to see. Good news is we've got that now. We got some really good luck there. Sometimes once the first 3 enemies spawn, you'll get helicopters, and once helicopters show up, you have to deal with them. Helicopters solo are pretty easy. Helicopters with actual foot soldiers on the bottom as well is a bit trickier. It's basically a minefield. So from here until the 3rd music cue, which won't be too long from now, I'm going to just keep avoiding these guys, and then once we reach that music transition, I guess we'll say, I'm going to go ahead and take care of them, and the stage will be finished. Thankfully, this music is quite a banger, so that's a great way to pass the time. And let's go. What? That's fine. Not as fast as I would have liked, but a couple of those guys didn't really cooperate. Yes, there are at least 2 of them, where she is a teenager. Somebody let Mikey drive, and we get what we get. Turtle van's been wrecked. Splinter's being dragged off by a bunch of mousers. Mistimed that scroll a little bit there. That's not good. So this is the factory. Very much the most common run killer in the game. Like, we're gonna finish the game no matter what, but the goal is always to get one finished on 1 credit, which means we can't take more than 1 death, which we've already taken. Okay, that was rude. Okay, here we go. So here I'm gonna employ more magic pixel strats. We've got a bunch of really dangerous enemies. Spear guys and gun guys are just not fun to deal with at all. So I prefer to use the magic pixel to just try to take them out, because they can't hit us while we're there. Didn't want that. Okay, only 1 fan guy, very good. That means we're good on rank. Gonna move to the right. So we're gonna have 7 of these things pop out of this module. Take out as many as I can with 1 swing. That was way too early. That could be bad. Okay, big time recovery. Didn't think I was gonna get that far ahead with it, but that was really good. Only killing 1 of those things is honestly just marathon luck. That's not common. I'm usually able to kill at least 4. But we didn't take any damage, and that's a good thing, whereas they could have easily killed me. When they shoot you, it does 2 damage at a time. Wow, you were stomping a lot. And it causes knockdown, so they can just reset situations. It's really scary. So here we have Granitor. There's 2 ways to fight this guy. One is the fast way, which is really tough, because it's very dependent on his behavior. And plus, he has a very tiny hitbox from the side, so it's actually really hard to set up. No. Bad. Okay. Got a little bit too trigger happy there. The other way is the safe way, which is very, very easy. We just have him follow us up and down. You can audible and walk up to him and hit him if he does a stomp. He's completely open. Sometimes he just wants to be a petulant child on Christmas and do nothing but stomp, which is actually not great because that drains a lot of time. We'd rather him chase us. Thanks. I'd rather just not let him get what he wants right now. Just lure him in. My gosh, please stop. I'm sorry there were no cranberries. Also, because it's a ninja game, here's a wall jump. One of the most useless wall jumps in any game. But we have one. For those popping off about crappy movies, the most recent animated movie, Mutant Mayhem, is arguably the best Ninja Turtles movie. Okay. Getting some really strong AI there. That part can be really scary, particularly because if you take too long, which we unfortunately were forced to, we get more enemies. Optimally, you want to get like 4 enemies here, but if the opening volley of enemies decides to act up like they did, we can get as many as 8, which is what we got. It's still not too bad to take care of, but it does cost time. And we have less room for mistakes. The rod needs down. We're going to head up to the top pixel. Hop this freeze ray. Hop this other freeze ray. Hop the laser. Okay. Yeah, I don't normally mistime that, but all right. That sucks. Now we're really low on health. All right, so I'm going to make one-time jump here. Good news is, with this little health, I actually think we're going to have the maximum number of pizzas, but I do have to kill a couple of enemies before we can get there. Yeah, that's really scary. Yeah, I don't love this. This is going to be really hard. Yeah, getting hit by that laser was really bad. That I can... Okay. Okay, I didn't get pizza. Cool. That really sucks. I had to put myself in a really bad situation to even get out of that. And then it just got worse. Talk amongst yourselves. We'll be better off if I don't say anything right now. Take care of you. Thankfully, the hit squad's shortened, but the 1CC's dead, which is all I really care about. But we're still feeding, so... Anyway, here we have Trag. We're gonna just kite him over to the left. That's not really that much of a bother. This is pretty similar to the Granitor fight. We kind of just want him to follow us, but he starts on the right and we can just have him chase us to the left. Once it gets to that point, we just have him chase us up the middle, and his foot speed is really fast. So we get to kill him pretty quickly. Okay, so regardless of credits, the Krang fight is always the same. Donatello, all you have to do is properly space. The cross-up dive kick is honestly the hardest thing in the run. Sorry, in the run, in the fight. Way harder things in the run than the Krang fight. The only downside of the Krang fight is that you can't really speed it up. It takes the same number of hits no matter what you're doing. It's like 54, 56 hits. But being a former rhythm game player, this fight actually makes sense to me. So let that blast off. Okay, so here we have Shredder. I'm gonna clip both of them right away. Then we're gonna play a guessing game of whether I get the real one or the fake one. The fake one always shoots lasers first. So we got the real one. Not really that huge of a surprise. That is how it normally goes. Nice duck. When he's ducking normal attacks, you know he's on his BS. So yeah, this kind of just becomes a fight of making sure you can dodge what you need to. I generally don't want to go for doing special attacks, even though they do more damage. Because they're much easier for Shredder to dodge, and he gets to counterattack them for free. Because all I have to do is just duck and get up and hit you. Thankfully, with the rank drop, the fight will be pretty quick. So there's that. Time's gonna be once we exit the Technodrome. And there we have it. Alright, so I learned a lot about that section at the bottom of the elevator. I missed two spacing tools that were used improperly. And thought I was in spot to collect health, and I wasn't, and that's what cost me. So, it's unfortunate. I've been experimenting a lot with that area and hadn't run into that yet, so guess y'all got to see progress on the fly. Anyway, thank y'all so much for the GGs. We got more TMNT block coming up here soon. Up next, we've got RGL Zone, Anhole, and Kavik doing a TMNT randomizer. I believe there's still time to donate towards a incentive that they have open for that, where if it's met, they'll open up a category called Oops, All Raphaels, where every turtle that they have to play is going to be Raphael. So get those donations in if that's something you want to see. Also, let's go ahead and make sure we can get our initials in. Up. There we go. All right, y'all. Hope y'all enjoying Feed the Kids. We'll be back here soon. Take care.